How the devil? Flipping gamma is a phrase I've coined to describe the act of causing one or more enemy ships to leave the gamma objective just before it spawns, with the intention of jumping into gamma to allow for a quicker cap. Most effectively used when on a VoIP system with a teammate in gamma so that they can notify you of any jumpers, but still applicable in solo queue nevertheless. Let's break it down. Your objective is to cap an enemy FOB, or in cases where the FOB is open, jump into the enemy base and cause a distraction. You aren't aiming to cap the enemy home base, though if your actions go uncontested, by all means cap that bad boy. You're looking to draw the enemy ships out of gamma so that you can support your teammates. This is where your team comes in. Ideally, you need someone in gamma relaying you information. As the enemy ships commence jumping out, that's when you want to start jumping in. There are a couple of ways it can go from here. If you're an enemy FOB and they start to jump, they're either coming for you at the FOB, the less smart of the two options unless they can contest the FOB before you cap it, or they're going to cut you off at what they think is the pass by jumping for home. It's important to note this again here. Your objective isn't their home base. That would be backcapping. Your objective is to get into gamma. It's a smarter play on behalf of your opponent if they jump home, because chances are they've used the jump home function, which means their normal jump is off cooldown. This way they can respond to your actions. However, this isn't a complete loss on your part. They have just given up their gamma positioning in order to stop you. Just keep in mind, when you jump to gamma, they could potentially land behind you a few seconds afterwards. If you manage to successfully open the FOB, which is a secondary objective, this is even more beneficial. Your opponent is now left with a choice. Use more precious time as the gamma tick drops in order to close the FOB, or return to gamma and hope that no one jumps through. This manoeuvre is all about stalling out the enemy team. Any mobility steroid or high mobility ships excel at this manoeuvre. This includes hunters, enforcers and equalizers, but to name a few. This is because the manoeuvre is down to timing. You need to be early enough to the FOB so that you have time to cap it before gamma is capped, but not so early that your opponents can remove you from the FOB while still comfortably making it to gamma in time to cap it. Complicated even further by the cap speed being relatively low early game compared to late game, I won't give you a set time to aim for as it depends on what ship you're flying. Instead, next time you cap an FOB, pay close attention to how long it takes and what level you are. You need enough time to cap the FOB, jump to gamma and enter the bubble as the timer hits 0. This can take quite a fair amount of practice and very rarely goes smoothly. This manoeuvre is used best when you're either behind the enemy team in levels, or you can't face a straight up fight in gamma, or the enemy's gamma fight team is considerably stronger than yours. Most effectively applied when the enemy team has limited numbers of agility ships, this will allow you a smoother escape. I mentioned before this is a little more difficult to pull off in solo play. This is because in order for it to be most effective, you have to rely on someone first realising that you're doing it, and then typing a message to let you know enemy ships are jumping at gamma. In most cases, you aren't going to get this. Instead, you're going to have to either try and see a ship leave gamma by using the minimap, not ideal, or hiding behind the FOB and waiting for someone to turn up on the far jump point. This is when you can commence your own jump to gamma. You can, however, alleviate the issue a little by communicating through chat to let people know what you're intending to do. Maybe they've seen this as well and know exactly what you're up to. A note for defenders of a gamma flip: communication is key to defense. This play isn't as effective against well-organised teams with good communication. They understand what's happening and know to only send one ship, which can in turn easily shut it down. As a closer, and as feed for thought, flipping gamma can quite easily turn into a back cap, which is why it's so effective as a manoeuvre. Keep this in mind while you're doing it. It may just win you a game if you swap tactics. Leave a like if you enjoy this new series. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want covered, and until next time, stay well as always.